Yo, what's up, everybody? Dre all day here in the place to be. And I got an awesome episode today for you. If I could just find my screen. Nope, that's not it. There you go. I got an awesome episode for you today. This is the Dasher series. If you don't know what it is, this is an episode where I talk to people, or a show where I talk to people about Hyperdash and Dash League and about other things. I want to expand. This is the new Dasher series. I want to find out what makes Dashers dash. But today I got a special episode. I got a lot to talk about, but let me introduce our guest today. I say guest because I got several. If I could just figure out how to use my stuff. And I got all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies. That's right, that's right. I got some awesome special guests in the place to be. Let me get my screen situated. And starting from the top, I got Artemis in the place to be. I got Black Widow in the place to be. I got Crash Zone, BX Native, Maniacal, me, and Star Maiden. They are the ladies of AMZN. That's what I called you guys. I hope you guys don't mind. I like it. I give people names. That's a jam, though.
That works.
That's what Beyonce got down. All right, anyways. I don't want to get blocked. Yeah, we got some special guests. We got a whole bunch of people. This was actually a request from somebody in Dash League TV. I think it might have been... I'm not gonna pretend to know. Do you remember who it was?
I think it was the Fourth Horseman.
There you go, Fourth Horseman. It is Fourth Horseman.
Yeah.
Thank you. And he recommended I got in contact with them, and here they are. And welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
So, have you guys ever watched the show at all? Have you guys ever checked out any of the episodes?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, yeah.
And what do you guys think of the show? Is it funny or fun? At least funny. I hope it's funny.
Sure.
I love it. I think it's great. I think it's really interesting, obviously, to see kind of the personalities of the dashers that we play with. You know, because oftentimes you just jump in and you're just shooting each other, but you don't really like have a chance to like chat. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. And that's why I started this, because I started meeting some cool people. And between the first two episodes was Husky, which he not only flies racing drones, but he has like those unicycles, electric unicycles that go like 60, 70 miles per hour. It's crazy. He would ride around real fast, show me videos. I was like, dang, man. And then Fathead, when the drama broke out. Did you guys hear about that drama in the beginning when he created the elites?
No.
Well, back in the days, I don't want to keep bringing up this lore, but now it's a legend. So back in the days, the clans were kind of like isolated. They would just be clans and clans. So when Dash League was created, nobody was thinking about, well, the thing was is the Dash League was announced at the same time that the elites were announced. And the elites was basically, I don't want to say the best players from each, what we got in here? This isn't for you, man. Yeah. So yeah, it was basically the best. I don't want to say the best dashers, but at the time, best dashers from each clan got together and made the elites. And then we all kind of felt weird about it because we didn't think that. We thought that the team should be created from clans, but then it was said like, yeah, you know, it's cool that we all mix up and everything. And then, you know, it sounds weird now because it's normal, but back then it was a weird drama.
That was back in the early alpha days, I'm assuming.
It seems like so long ago, but it was probably only a year ago. So what made you guys want to create the Amazon? Like, what is this group? You guys just hanged out and then decided to name it?
So, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
This is BX Native.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. So what happened was I've been playing Hyperdash since the alpha days. Probably back in June I started, and it's obviously a very male-dominated space, which is fine. I mean, I love all my male teammates. I got no problem with that. But I initially just started as a casual player. I had no interest in being a competitive player at all. And I got roped into joining the league back when they still had Division 1 and 2. And as I was playing in the league, I was like, you know, it'd be really cool to get all the female league players in for a scrim one day. So I searched through the Dash League Discord trying to figure out like who all the female league players were, and ultimately found out there were only 7 of us. Like there weren't enough to fill a whole server for a scrim. So the 7 of us started like a chat group at first, and we were just kind of talking back and forth to each other, and we just asked each other like, who other female players do you know? And lo and behold, we just kind of pieced information together, and I was like, you know what, I'll just create a server for our group. And then when we talked about like what we wanted to call ourselves, we were like, you know what, we should call ourselves the Amazons, because they were like strong female warriors. And so that's how it all started. I created the server. And you know, when we play together, you'll see us with the Amazon tag. And it grew a lot. So it started out with 7, and now there are almost 30 of us in the server.
Yeah, when you told me that, I was like, whoa, how many? I thought it was like maybe 10, like, because, you know, you guys are playing as a team. And I was like, she said 30. I was like, I can't imagine having an interview with 30 people. Like, I don't even know where I would go with that. But that's really interesting. And that's cool, because you're right. I'm not to interrupt you, but I just think that's cool because, women need a space to be able to feel comfortable. Because even in these other spaces, I don't want to say they're trolly, because they could be worse, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really just was like, hey, you know, I mean, gaming in general, I would think is like, to be honest, I'm not much of a gamer before Hyperdash, but I'm assuming that the gaming world is a more male-dominated space in general in all games. And it was just like an opportunity for me to just like meet other females that love Hyperdash and wanted to play together and maybe learn from each other, because there are a lot more, like a lot of these girls are way better than I am at the game. So I'm like, this is my opportunity to get better too. And just have fun.
Who would you say right now this group is the best right now? Putting you on the spot.
I would vote Maniacal.
Maniacal is a beast.
Maniacal.
Oh my god. Like as soon as you see her, it's like you're dead. By the time you see her, you're gone, and all you hear is sorry.
Yeah, you're just giggling over it. It's a horror movie.
Maniacal, why are you so sweet when you kill people, man? Why?
It's really just habit. When I say sorry, I most likely don't mean it.
Now we know.
Okay.
It's not as sweet as we thought.
Sorry.
But if some people have good reactions to it, I'm gonna say it more, just because I find it funny.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh yeah. I've gotten it a few times, well, a lot of times, because, you know, I die a lot, but. Usually I just run from Maniacal. If I see Maniacal, if you run away from people, it freaks him out. I think it trips him out.
Problem is you know dash eventually. We all run from Maniacal. When I see her, I will literally leave my point to get away from her.
Yeah.
I'm going to hiding.
I kind of like freeze in place. I think I do the pasta. I'm like, oh shoot, she's there. I'm gonna die.
She can't see me if I don't move.
Yeah. Maybe if I get close enough to the ground, she'll think my robot is dead. I don't know.
I do think that sometimes. People are like on the ground and I think they're a corpse and then they kill me. It's so bad.
So what I was gonna say to that is like sometimes I think people are frozen. Like if I come up to you and you're not moving, I don't want to kill a frozen person. So I kind of just either stand behind them or I'll even stand next to them, look frozen, and hope the next person runs by me. It never works though. It never works.
I was gonna say, does that work?
No.
I don't think that would work.
No, people are not as nice as me.
I've killed people just standing there on reflex, and then I feel so bad after.
Yeah. As soon as I see a robot of the opposite color, I mean, I'm shooting at them. I may not take them out, but I'm reflexively gonna be shooting at them. So.
And how's your aim? Because my aim is terrible. I need that.
I'd like to say my aim's okay, but people tell me my aim's good, but I don't think so when I look at it.
I think your aim is great. Across the knife one time, headshot it.
No, aim is something you have to put a lot of work into. I'm assuming, because I don't know, I don't have it. I don't know what it is, but I'm assuming it's something you get when you put a lot of work into it. But yeah, I get lucky. So that's what I do. Is like I start like if I pick up my guns and shoot you in the head, that was all luck. That none of that was skill.
Yeah, but the thing is that aim is only like, I would say, aim does a lot to your skill, but you also need to move effectively, because if you just have aim, you're not gonna, kill a bunch of people if they can move around you. Because my aim is awful, but if I can jump around people, then it's pretty easy to kill them, is what I've found.
I definitely agree with that because my
Yeah,
aim is not good, but I'm pretty good at being evasive and kind of sneaky, like kind of being someplace where somebody doesn't expect me to be and like sneaking up. Those are my strengths as a player. I'm not like the aim thing is like beyond me,
I love
unfortunately.
hiding so much, especially on deathmatch.
And I try to like pistol snipe, go into empty lobbies with a bunch of bots and try and pistol snipe. And these bots are so good. Like I'll get headshots off the map, and then I rage quit. So
Yeah, no, that's happened. That's definitely happened to me. Because I practiced. This was definitely a bad idea, but I practiced sniping for the longest time, like only sniping. So I'm just now learning how to actually do movements.
Wow.
But
Wow.
because my role was sniping before my team got rid of it. So I just practiced sniping for months, and now I need to do the practice close combat.
And how's the sniping coming along?
Sniping's gone good. I've gotten that down. Now I just have to learn close combat.
Wow. Sniping with a close
Yeah,
combat?
that
I never
was
thought about
wrong.
that.
I did this
My-
backwards.
my issue in the first alphas was because SMGs were really good back then. I don't remember. I think they nerfed them, so there's less bullets in them. But that's all I used for probably the first 2 months, and I could not use pistols to save my life because I remember back in the early alphas, Despair was one of the best players. And if I didn't have my SMGs when I was fighting him, I'd go, "Don't shoot me! I don't have weapons! Like I'm defenseless." So it took me
all I have is these pistols, and they do nothing. They do nothing. No, I'm like.
Did it work?
I'm like Albert. What? She's asking, did it work?
No,
Oh.
he shot me.
I wouldn't think so.
No, people are ruthless in Dash League or Hyper Dash. They're gonna shoot you regardless.
Hmm.
But at least they'll teach you what you did wrong. Like, yeah, you just stood there and let me shoot you. That's what you did wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that exactly what you just said, Dre, is like one of the reasons why I stuck with the game. I mean, my headset has become basically a Hyper Dash headset because that's all I play on it, and it's because when I started playing, people were just so quick to help me out and like teach me the game, teach me the maps, and like that's not working. What you just said, you can't just stand still. You got to move, like all those things. And I was like, man, people who play Hyper Dash are like super nice.
The reason I
yeah,
really
that's true.
got into it was because of Night Owl. Because he would just play it constantly. I'm like, I want to be with you. So I just started playing it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
I'm assuming that was Meg. I'm assuming that was
Yeah.
Meg who just said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
what about you, Me? How'd you get into the game?
So I was only about like level 15, I think, when I bumped into BX Native and Maniacal and also Resin. She's not in here, but they were the ones who actually invited me to Quadio's server, the beginner and intermediate server. And like I don't think I would have realized how great the community was if they didn't invite me to that server, because like I went up to them and I'm like, you guys are so nice, and then they're so sweet. Oh my god. So thank you, BX Native, for inviting me to the server.
I'm so glad. Sweetest people. I'm so happy that you're part of our server
Thank you.
and our community.
This is an amazing
you're so
community. It's crazy how nice the community as a whole is with each other, and even like I've always said this from the beginning, like even the pros are willing, they'll kill you, but they'll teach you what you did wrong, and they'll show you the ropes, and it's great.
Mm-hmm. I'll just tell you this, like I played other games before I played Hyper Dash, other multiplayer games like Echo, Rec Room, those things.
This is nothing compared. I got my confidence was like down in the dumps after that game.
Yeah, and like when I played those other games, I never spoke because I didn't want the people in the game to know that I was a female. Because it was like immediately as soon as they knew I was a female player, it was like harassment, bullying, like straight off the bat. And I just couldn't enjoy the game. So even when I first started playing Hyper Dash, I was the same way. That's why my name is BX Native, because it's like a gender neutral name. You can't tell if the person is a male or a female from that name. And I was like nervous to speak actually when I started playing Hyper Dash. And I think I ran into the crash zones. There were crash zone 1 and 2 at the time. And I was like, oh my gosh, like they're talking, they're letting people know that they're female. And I was like, and then I started talking to Crash Zone 1, who's now Axion first. And she was super nice. And I was like, ooh, okay. So maybe I can like let people know that like I can speak, I can be open. And now I've become really like made some amazing friends through this game, like real friends. Like we talk off game and everything. But yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I've played with Crash Zones and Axion and Pop One, and we've laughed our asses off.
Those are the best.
It's been a while since we played Pop One, but that game's kind of dead to me. I'm just all in Hyper Dash now.
Oh man, we play almost like because of the time zones, it's really hard to find. Like we used to play with Stardew and Mr. V and Grim, and you, and just like every time because it's just me and Axe, and we just need a third, which is like, hey, anyone? So yeah, it's good times.
It is good times, but and then so how'd you get into the game, Crash Zone?
So I think it was me who got the headset, me and my sister, and we got the headset. It was the Quest 1. And we were like, okay, let's look at some games. And all I knew was that Beat Saber, you can mod the game and you can add your own songs. So that's what I was looking into. I was Googling, okay, so you add the games. And I got into side quests. And I was like, all right, let me go through this. Look, some fun games. And I kept like downloading like few of them. And I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. Then I just started playing this Hyper Dash game. I was like, all right. This seems fun. I'm not a game, like I've never played games at all. And then I was like, oh, this seems fun. So I just put it was a different name back then on my headset. So I was just like, oh, you can change your name. It doesn't really matter. So I remember a few incidents, like, I think it was a waterway. I started the game. This was like first time into the game. I was like, oh, cool. I got out of the thing. You walk out. I don't dash. This is like first time. There's no dashing in Hyper Dash for me back then. So I was just walking out the zone and it says round ended. I'm like, that's not right. It's not possible. Because I just walked out of the gate. And then I remember, I think it was something to do with like 4D or something. I remember this is early back. I can't even remember the names. I remember, and then I think it was like Fathead and maybe because I remember his name because it was just a weird ass like at symbol and all these symbols. I remember that, and he just like, oh, you do this, you do that, and he start teaching. So that's how I got into actually learning the game and staying and wanting to actually play with good players. So I think everyone has that moment, like a noob moment where you go like, oh, I want to be like that. I guess that's why we all here. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I got access to it.
And that's funny you said that because you say you don't play video games. A lot of people have said that they don't play video games or even VR games, but they play this because this is that. I don't know what it is about this game. I don't know if it's the fact you could just jump in.
Mostly the community.
With the community,
100%.
Yeah.
It's opening.
Definitely.
But the hook of the game, what makes the game so addictive? It's so good. I don't
I
understand.
know.
It's so good. It's so good.
I think that
feels-
there's no like, I can't think of the word right now. I know it, but it's like it's not hard to get into the game, but you can improve a lot without there being any trouble. You don't get stressed about just getting destroyed that much because people in the community are like don't go too hard on new players sometimes, and it just eases you into the game.
Oh yeah, for sure. And the game itself has the training mode and it has all that stuff that helps you, like, get your. If you put the time in on this game, you're gonna get better. That's the cool thing. But go ahead.
I can relate to Crash Zone. Sorry, I'm kind of like backtracking a little bit.
Go
but
ahead.
When I first started the game back in Alpha 1. So it was me playing, it was my dad playing, and then my sister playing, and we couldn't pick maps. The servers kind of just cycled through game mode, so it was control point and payload. And I have never played any game that has payload, so the card was. So we completely ignored it and played it as a deathmatch. So when we got more kills than them, and then it was like red team wins, we were always like, how did they win when we got more kills? And then sometimes we would stand on the cart and make it go on the rail a little bit because we thought it was like a death trap when people are going on the rails to kill them, and we would like move it up like maybe 10% and then just ignore it for the rest of the game.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
that sounds like the alpha days, because alpha was when like I thought it was kills. You know, most games most kills.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's what we were playing.
Yeah.
We didn't know that there was a button, and because I don't know control point. Yeah, there was a button on that one. Yeah, we didn't know you had to hit the button to make the thing go up.
I think that is probably part of the lore of this game, is that there are different maps with different objectives, for one. So, I mean, those of us that have been playing it since the alpha days might be getting a little bored with all the same maps. But for the most part, I would say, like, it keeps you interested. I feel like the game, especially now with, like, what you just said, Dre, with the training mode and all that stuff, it's like the game is setting you up for success. Like, they want you to stay in the game, they want you to get better, they want you to learn, and then on top of that, you like add this community that is just so willing to help beginners along. And you know, if they see, for the most part, I would say those of us especially that are in the league or that play competitively, when we see like a newbie in the server, like we generally will either tell them like, you know, you might want to jump into a training mode or something like that, or if we can, like kind of walk them through. Or if the teams are unbalanced, like one side is just dominating because the other side is full of beginners, like we'll switch over to try to help that team. I mean, like I feel like all of those components make this game so addictive. Like it's just all of those things combined.
I tell people all the time that shooting robots is fun, but getting shot is not that bad. It's fun too for me. I like getting shot. I make it hard on people to catch me, to shoot me. Maniacal has to chase me like 4 or 5 dashes before she finally gets me and gets to say sorry. You know? So make them work for it. Don't just stand there. Don't just get mad. What about you, Black Widow? How did you get into the game?
Actually bought the game for my husband. I thought robots and shooting people right up his alley. But he could not get past the motion sickness.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
This one's bad. This one's bad. I tell people all the time, I used to try to dash in real life and trip myself. Like, oh, what? No, this is the game, Dre.
He could not get past the motion sickness. He tried for about a week and then he finally gave up. And I'm one of those people who will not let something go to waste. So I was like, well, I guess I'm playing now. So I started playing and I just love it. And I met so many great people. Quad helped me out as soon as I got in there. He introduced me to the ladies, which has been great. You know, I've had like one-on-one trainings from so many people. Zara Lewin taught me how to snipe. Nabius taught me how to dash. Tor taught me how to be sneaky. I mean, it's such a great community. A lot of really good people that are willing to help you out. And so it's just been one of the better games that I've ever played. And I mean, this is probably the only one that I play on VR right now, at least lately.
See, I keep buying. I'm dumb because I keep buying VR games because they go on sale, but I never play them. I never open them or play them.
I'm right there. I'm right there with you, Dre.
Hey,
I finally stopped doing that. I'm like, wait, I only play Hyperdash from one other game on PC.
I will definitely stop
Seriously.
doing it once my wife finds out. Then she's gonna get mad. Why are you buying games you're not playing? I'm sorry. All right, I'm done. It's over. Maybe, I don't know.
First started playing, I literally had to like just force myself to keep going because I would always play with Night Owl and he was just better than me. I'm like, I gotta kick his ass. I have to. Like, this is the way it goes. So I just kind of kept pushing myself. I was really into sniping at first, but then joining Life, they want me to be more in face and stuff, and like I can still pistol snipe, but it's been a lot of work. But I remember you were actually commentating our Life game, and you said when we were playing Waterway, you were watching me, and you said that it looked like I was using buttons because of how fast my triggers were.
Yeah. Are you using buttons?
No, I'm using triggers.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, whoa, because it was like do. And I was like, but you know, I usually don't know what I'm talking about, and I do talk a lot of smack. So hopefully, I'm glad that was something good and not bad. I said.
Yeah. And we were watching it, and we were like, wait, what do you say?
No, I thought it was Buzz. I do remember because you were like, do you do one after another? Like, how do you say offset your triggering?
Yeah, sometimes. Honestly, I just kind of shoot and hope most of the time. Because I know my team got my back.
Well, that's what I do. Is I usually like I get scared. I shoot both fingers at the same time, and then they usually go different directions, and I get lucky once in a while. So once if I ever get steady hands, I might have a good aim. But for right now, no, you don't have to worry about me. You have to worry about me sneaking behind you and then shooting you with a shotgun or something.
Remember our Scrim Widow?
Oh goodness, one-handed. Lord.
Yep.
What happened? What
She went
happened?
one-handed that entire game. It was so,
Yes.
so bad.
And what was the?
Then me and Owl one-handed because we both lost the batteries.
Oh yeah, they lost their batteries and their controllers, and they were just running around with one hand, and it made them so easy to kill. But we felt so bad about it.
Hey,
He gave up his one hand for me because I had no hands.
he did.
So I couldn't play.
I know, it was so sweet.
Aww. That's so sweet.
Yeah, he was being so good then. You know, I can't say that about him all the time, but you know, he was being so nice that time.
Now,
Other times I'm yelling at him.
now, did you guys all met on Hyperdash? Now you guys know each other in real life.
No.
No. Mm-mm.
No.
One day we're
Oh, well,
gonna.
I do know Axiom.
Oh yeah, you know.
Oh yeah, Axion and Crash Zone, they know each other in real life.
How'd you guys meet?
Oh, she's in the other room. That's all.
Well, we met through
They
my
have
mom.
the same mother.
We met
so-
through my mom. She
Yeah.
introduced us.
Yeah, seriously. They had no choice. They had to know each other.
I mean, me and me pretty much do. We play so many games together offline with Owl and other players.
Yeah, I'm so jealous of the people who get to Hyperdash and see each other in real life. I'm like, man, I have no friends that want to.
That's me every morning.
They think I'm such a I'm such a nerd because I play VR. They're like, it's Warzone, bro, Warzone. I'm like, wow, but Warzone's with your fingers. This is with your body.
Great
The way I look at
exercise.
it is that you're getting more exercise.
Yeah. Mhm.
Like,
Yes,
I'd be
way
standing
more.
for
Yes.
2 hours. That's way more.
Yeah, I
than-
mean, I definitely break into a sweat when I'm playing this game for sure.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I did. 100%.
Yeah. I mean, some people I've heard been drenched, and I'm like, dude, that is. Well, I guess it's not that weird. I do get wet because I wear that vest, and my whole shirt will be soaked sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, how is that? How is it playing with the vest on?
When I first got it, it was just a vibrating vest. Like it didn't make sense. Like I was just like, okay, this is cool, I guess. But makers told me like just keep using it, and after a while you'll start figuring it. So now I get it. Like like when you hit your boost, you'll feel it on the back. If you get shot in the back, front, you get shot. If you're low on health, your heart start beating. It's got some cool features.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I remember wearing it because Owl got one. And I was like, bro, it tickles. I can't wear this. I'm just going to be laughing the whole game. And like, shoot me to the side. I'd be like, stop.
I mean, what's the difference? You're gonna be laughing again anyways. Probably.
I know.
Especially,
Yeah, but
I know, but it's
I'm going to distract.
yeah, especially
Like,
if
put
you
my
got
arms down.
if you got the good one, yeah, they have it all the way around, like this vibrating thing. It's crazy, yeah. Like she says, it felt like it was vibrating. I was like, hey man, hey. But then after a while, the longer you use it, you get used to it. She's like, I'm not using it. Fuck that.
No, we're good. I'll pass.
What's the most expensive VR accessories you guys have bought so far? Because I spend a lot of this is off the record. Don't tell my wife. A lot of money on VR so far.
Nothing. I have nothing. Everything is just straight out of the box.
Oh, yeah,
I
me
bought
too.
the Elite strap.
Okay.
That's about it.
I have, I can't remember what it's called, but I have this like back thing. It's kind of like a spider, but it's like it secures the headset in place. It's really good.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, I have that. It's like a headset strap that was made for like a different gaming. What is it? Oh, the DAS headset
Okay.
strap thing. I have that, and then I have a battery pack that's like Velcro to the back of it, so my Quest lasts for like 4 or 5 hours of playing. But that's like the most that I've invested in the VR, I think.
I got into grips for a bit. I don't use them anymore because I like to play my controllers around and risk breaking them. But it's
Oh, interesting. All right.
Yeah, I only bought the Elite
Yeah.
headset because the normal straps like didn't fit my head right. Like I kept having to adjust it over and over again, and plus it
looks
helps with my
good.
headache.
Now that's that is my problem. So now I don't mean to sound rude, but is it because you have a big head or a little head? Because I have the same problem with headaches. I cannot use the Quest that long.
I got a little head.
It hurts. See, I have a big
got a
head,
little
so I don't know what it is then. I obviously
You have
a
it
big
maybe
head.
on too tight or something.
I
Maybe
do
you
have it
the
on
strap
tight.
too tight.
I do have it on tight as hell because I like to move my head fast, and that thing will fly off my head so fast because I have the DAS as well.
Oh. Oh, okay.
What about
Well,
you?
sometimes I'll give you some like a little advice. Sometimes I play with like a headband on,
Okay.
and it keeps the DAS in place. So if
Okay.
you have that problem with it sliding over your hair or your skin or something, you try putting a headband underneath it and see if that helps. No.
Yeah, I have no problem with it sliding on my hair because I ain't got no hair.
Well, I
Is it only me?
have a hat on.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
like, is it only me imagining him running around with a headband?
But I will try to. I'm gonna check out that web thing too. I'm mostly fishing for ideas to buy more crap because I got it all. I got the DAS, I got the battery pack
Oh my
holder,
goodness.
I got even the prescription lenses because I don't want to wear my eyeglasses in there.
Going blind. I don't even wear my glasses.
I don't either. I need to get that lens thing for my prescription, but I'm just been lazy getting to the eye doctor. Get the prescription out.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say if you use glasses and you have a Quest, then I recommend it highly. It's gonna feel so much better and comfortable. I mean, just get the good ones. I got the cheap ones and they're kind of breaking. I had to fix them, but you can go to equipvr.io for all your VR accessories and check out the options they have under lenses.
Sweet.
He's an ad.
What about you, Widow? You,
I know,
you
I
say you
think
got stock. You say you just got stock. Zone, you got anything?
I don't know. For me, it's just the battery pack and rechargeable batteries for the controllers. That's it.
I just got rechargeable batteries because Quad recommended them, but
Oh yeah, they're the best.
the best I just
Yeah,
never
yeah.
had an issue because I don't play it that much or that long. But yeah, lately they've been draining. I think the Quest update is really messing my Quest and controllers up because I can't get tracking or anything.
Sometimes
Oh.
they do go like black screen, and then I was like, oh, there was one day I was in the middle of the game and I was like shooting, and I was still shooting, but I was in black screen, and then it says I killed the person, but I was like, okay, I'll take what I can. I was shooting blindly, like literally. So yeah,
Imagine you start
constantly-
sticking in a circle and you just.
How,
Yeah, like
yeah, I
sometimes
streaked like crazy.
how mad would you
Sometimes
be if that was
mine
your? Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say sometimes when mine blacks out because of tracking, I'll come back to and I'll be in a completely different part of the base. Like I hopped somewhere and I didn't realize I did it.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh my god, I'm still alive. But where am I?
I am with.
Yeah, yeah.
I dashed twice by accident so many times. I just don't know how. I double clicked by accident and it just. Then I waste my dash and I get angry.
Yes, yes. I terrible about dash management, and yeah, when I go because I lose tracking a lot, I get so happy when I come back and I'm not dead. I get so happy. I don't know why. It's a pub match. It's not even a league match, but I get happy.
Because you
No,
know,
exactly.
you know, as soon as you lose tracking, you are going down, and so when you're still
Well,
alive, it's like beating the odds.
Being alive is a good thing in any game like this, so.
True.
I like to think in the back of my head like, oh, he probably didn't kill me because he saw me not moving, but that's probably not true. They probably didn't see me and just took off.
If I see someone frozen, I'm gonna take the free kill. I don't feel bad.
Yeah.
I want to make it clear
Not
that
gonna lie,
maniacal is going to kill you no matter
once or
what.
twice.
I've done
Yeah.
that in death
I'll give
matches because I barely win death matches. So whenever I see someone, I'm like, I'm taking that kill.
Yep. I'm
I'm
taking the point.
I hide in the corner for the entirety of deathmatch because I hate it so much. Because everywhere, another
Which
person-
corner? Which corner?
Which one do me and
What
Meg
corner?
not
If I
hide
bring up
in?
a map, can you show me where it is exactly?
Me and Meg will be in a corner,
Where I hide.
like dancing and talking.
Conversation.
Okay, like our
And they're
next.
just coming up. We're like, no.
Yeah, we watch each other's backs, me and Meg. We'll stand in opposite corners and we'll watch the opposite ways and make sure nobody sneaks up on us. But we have a whole conversation hiding in deathmatch.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Now our next ladies' night, we're gonna do a death match because we haven't yet, and I need to find out where you guys are hiding.
Okay.
Yeah, I do it every death match, so I don't think my spot's very hidden anymore. Or secret.
No, we pretty much exhausted all of them. But I do have one that I can hide in by myself, but nobody knows about it, and I'm not going to tell you where it is because people still have not found me.
Oh, I'm searching for it now. I'm searching
Sharing.
for it now.
Alright. Alright, I gotta go get ready for a scrim now. So it was nice talking to you all.
Oh, thank you so much, Meg.
Meg.
Any shout outs you want to give out?
We're meeting for a different game. So
Meg, any shout outs you want to give out?
I mean, shout out to my team because they've honestly really helped me throughout this whole thing. They've really pushed me to make me laugh. They're like my family. So.
Oh, well,
Yay.
And you
Shout
ladies,
out to Dark,
because I
who
love
are
you all.
absolutely insane.
I will
We
definitely.
heard you too.
I will definitely have you back on your own Dasher series. We could talk more about that. Tell Wildcat and Ditz I said what's up. Shout outs to them. They always provide so
I
much and we're
will.
able to give those giveaways. Shout outs to them and Team
Yeah.
Life.
No problem. All right, bye.
Bye, Meg.
Hi.
We could keep talking or we could end it right here. I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm done.
So, I forgot what we were talking about right before that happened. But yeah.
Deathmatch
They were
hiding.
talking about hiding.
Oh,
spots, and
hiding.
now we were
So
talking
I
about,
pick-
like,
Hiding.
I was gonna say I picture Black Widow and Meg like doing Charlie's Angels back to back, like looking at both doorways, like like I don't know. I would just stand there and be like, "Is this happening right now?"
It looks something like that. It really does. But they hunt us down on purpose because they like to separate us. But we always find each other again. We have a rotation, so we know where to go after we die.
It's like team deathmatch, but only a team of 2 versus the rest of the map.
Oh, is that going to be casted? Let me know if you guys want that to be casted. I'll be happy to cast that. Find your hiding spot.
I don't think she wants her hiding spot to be casted.
No, yeah.
For everyone to
I've got
see.
one special spot that people just do not see me, and I cannot allow anybody else to know about it because it protects me. And as long as I don't shoot at anybody, they do not notice. So I just don't want anybody to know. I hate deathmatch so much.
I had
That's like my favorite map. I love
I had
deathmatch.
had a spot where the shock pistol is like under the cubby in deathmatch, and I hide there every single time. But someone always ends up finding me, and then I get killed like 80 times on my way back to the spot. And it's,
Back to the spot,
so
yeah.
I just switched my spot.
Yeah, the other day I did one where I shot 2 people on my way to my special spot and then ended 2-0. Just waited.
I'm very
I'll get
stubborn as well.
KD.
When I have a route, I hit that route. So what kind of weapons do you guys like to use? Like, what's your favorite weapons?
Pistol.
Pistols.
Yeah.
Pistols, all
Yeah.
pistols.
Shocks. Yeah,
Shocks.
pistols and shocks.
Pistols, yeah. I've been picking up the shocks more recently, but I'm not as good with them as I am with the pistols.
I like using shocks, but I don't pick them up because I always end up killing myself. So
Well, I kill myself a lot too, but I still do it, and I piss a lot of people off while I'm at it.
Some people
well,
can
I
aim with
always end up opening the menu when I have the shots charged up, and then I forget that it releases your shot, so I always kill myself with it.
Oh yeah, I've done that so many times. Yeah.
Yeah, rockets. That's me and rockets.
Yeah,
I'm
rockets.
terrible. Terrible rockets. And
I can curve rockets all the way back to my position. It's a real talent.
What?
What?
Heat-seeking rockets? What?
They come right back to me. It's like a boomerang.
Boomerang rockets? Make them out of bacon and we got a deal. Yeah, I don't know how I do it, but I'm able to kill myself, but not the person standing right next to me. I don't know how that works.
I hate
Yeah,
that.
it's a special talent.
Yeah. Katie loves it.
Yeah, but I cannot understand how people can like accurately curve those rockets because I'll try to do it and it goes like 40 feet away from where I was trying to aim.
Right where you want it to be. It
I
makes
don't
no
think-
sense.
They're like,
Yep.
like follow the little red dot, and I do that, and it just like loops
And it
back
still
and kills
misses.
me. Yeah.
Right.
I don't
I'm like,
understand the red dot.
but it's pointed. It's pointed at the
I know,
cart. Why is it not
seriously.
hitting the cart?
Like my
I
not
don't know.
what is going on?
I'm this.
I know.
I just use them as kind of as bomb vests where I just kill myself and try to take everybody on board. But yeah, I'm with you guys. I suck at the rockets. SMGs are my
No, but
jam.
Swervo? Oh my goodness,
yeah.
guys. Y'all saw Swervo tonight? She was on point with those rockets. Oh my god.
I missed it. Wait, I think she was
Oh,
on my team. I think she was on my
dang.
team, so I didn't see
It
it.
was yeah, she was so good with them. We could not get back there because she was so far back and just taking us out every time we got close. I was like, "Are you kidding me? Put it down!"
Yeah, those rocket terrorists in Dashley these days are crazy. Like they could not get the payload to
Seriously.
move.
Nope.
Mhm.
I just
It's so
say that
true.
it's been a while I've seen you with double SMGs, man. I mean, you were so good with those. Me back in the game, I haven't seen you in game for a long time.
Yeah. What's up, Dre? You don't play no more?
I play sometimes. I get in the pubs every now and then. I try to, and then I usually play with people higher level than me because I like to get killed. I like to get owned. But and it's that way. That way, if I get one kill, I'm done. Like I'm like, all right, well, you have 20, I got 1. You didn't get 0 on me. But the SMGs are not the jam like they used to be. Like they used to be so handy now.
Yeah.
And now they're real.
Oh.
But I've gotten into pistol because I've heard on the Dasher series, shout outs to everybody who's been on there, they keep saying they like pistols. So I've gotten into pistol shooting, and yeah. But once again, my aim is not that great, and I need that Ghostbuster stream so I can be able to adjust my aim.
Mhm.
Oh, you know what? This is something that I learned from Stardom and when I was playing with Acme. It's just that you need to go to training mode and headshot only. And if you do that with bots for like 2 games, I have a tiny bit of aim okay. So every time before a scrim or a league match, I would do that. And I was hoping and crossing all my fingers saying, okay, I got the best aim I have now. So that's how I go with it. You roll with it, man.
That's one of my warm-up drills too. I mean, I still, I'm on
Yeah.
Acme, so yeah, that's one of the things I like to do.
Yeah, I started doing that recently on expert mode. Put the robots in expert mode. It was a recommendation,
Oh.
and now that's what I do.
Yep.
Yeah, what
Mhm.
I don't do league matches obviously, but if I'm like really off my game, I'll go into training mode and put them on half damage and play a couple rounds like that because I hate half damage. But then when I go into an actual lobby, I feel like I'm on fire just because the
Mhm.
guns feel overpowered that way.
Oh, I see what you
Oh, that's a good tip.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna try
Yeah.
that next time.
Yeah,
mean.
yeah.
We learn things.
This is
Yeah,
Hyperdash is
seriously.
one of those few games where actually playing it for a while will actually you'll get better than if you would have just picked
Mhm.
up the game and just started playing cold.
Mhm. Yes.
I think it's the
You-
physicality.
Yeah, I definitely. I mean, I try to tell my team before we go into a match. I'm like, you guys go warm up because I feel like you just play better when you're warm. You get a couple training modes underneath your belt or something, and then you jump into the match. You play better.
Right.
And do you guys play any other games? I mean, so, yeah, I know a few of you said this is the only game you play, but do you guys play any console games, any PC games, anything like that?
Someone
Mm.
was recommending, what was that one? It's Splitgate or something, and a couple of the people in the server recommended it, so I want to try that. And I've played Valorant a little bit, but I'm god awful at it. Like I'll shoot someone 45 times and then they'll one-shot me. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't really play it that much.
So I play Valorant with Meg and Night Owl sometimes, and they are carrying me every single time because I can't kill anyone. It's so different from console games. I don't understand it at all, and I can't kill anybody there.
Yeah. And
That's
I mean,
what-
I've
I
got
play some Pop One. That's
I've
Pop
got
One
2
and some,
boys. So we've
Yeah,
got
go
a, we've got a Switch, and I end up playing video games with my boys all the time. So outside of that, I'm on just about everything: Minecraft, Splatoon, Pokemon, like whatever it is that they want to do. But it's not what I want to do. Trust me, it gets so boring.
Come on.
It's so boring.
It could
There's
be
only
worse.
so
It
many
could be-
houses you can build in Minecraft. Okay.
Oh man, some of those Minecraft lobbies are crazy. They got some structures. I'm like, yo. And then I always have to. This might sound rude, but I always have to ask my friends, "Hey, girlfriend, no girlfriend. What do you think about this? Look at this place. Like, what's going on here?" Because they're so elaborate and detailed. It's crazy.
My little one heard me talking about him. He's gonna say hi. Go ahead, say hi.
Go ahead. Hi.
Hi.
You like playing Minecraft? Oh, he's gone.
You play Minecraft?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Have you built your own world?
Yeah.
Yeah? What kind of world you build? You got castles or houses or what?
I got houses.
Oh, that's awesome. That takes a lot of work. Grinding, huh?
Well, sometimes I die.
Oh, yeah. No, I know.
Oh.
It's so rude when you open the server up and people come in there and the first thing they want to do is kill you. It's like, why? Why? I just showed you my house. Now you want to destroy it?
He does very well for being 5 years old, though. So no complaints.
Hey, he
He's
keeps up at
actually
it.
really good at it.
He keeps up at it. He can make
Yeah,
money.
when I got to the Ender Dragon, I just switched to plain one. I'm just like, yep, I'll take it.
He said when he goes to the Ender Dragon, he switches to creative mode so that he can change and beat the Ender Dragon.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's very smart, man. Kids learn fast. I think I was playing Super Mario Brothers. Well, maybe I can interview you on the show one day.
You want Dre to interview you? Well, oh, now he's like, wait a minute. He thinks you're going to do it now, so he's going to grab his stuff.
Oh no! I'm sorry.
Cute.
That's cool. It's cool. He's at 5 years old. It gets a lot of personality in him.
Yeah, no, it's really crazy to see what some of these kids have learned to do in video games at such a young age. Because I mean, when I was growing up, video games were just starting. You know, it wasn't like a big deal. I mean, I'm old. I mean, I remember having an original Nintendo, for goodness sake.
Oh my gosh, yes. That was the best gaming system until the Sega Genesis came out. And then when Genesis came out and Mortal Kombat came out, like, that was it. That was it.
Do you remember, like, the cartridge wouldn't, it wouldn't, like, play, so you would blow it out?
Yep, blow, and then take a little Q-tip with some alcohol.
Supposedly,
oh man,
they claim blowing in the cartridge did nothing to it, but I was like, hey man, it worked every time, so you could go F yourself.
But you do it anyway. You do it anyway. And then you give the console a little tap, and it
little
come on eventually, right?
Yep.
I love it because the two things that my
mom.
I
mean, it's crazy to see like how. Oh, go ahead. You're fine.
No, go ahead.
Oh, hold on, JJ. I was just saying that it's crazy to see how, we go from playing these games when we were younger, which weren't that great, to what these kids can build and make these days now. It always, like, I'm sitting there trying to figure out how to build a basic house, and he's over here got, a basement and hidden doors, and he hides things behind paintings, and I'm like, how the heck did you do all that? And he's got moving parts and pistons, and it's just crazy to me to see how the kids can do so much more than what we did when we were young.
Oh yeah.
I feel like something about the kids, like, they're just so much sharper, and they're so fast, like, often,
when it comes to tech, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I think even even in Hyperdash, for example, like, one of the players on my team is under 18, and he's so freaking fast. His aim is, like, insane, and reflexes are so quick, and I'm like, oh god, every time I play with somebody like that young, they're always kicking my butt, and I'm like, how are you so fast? Like, how are your reflexes so quick? I mean, I think it's just age. Either that or I'm just old and slow, and I don't know. I'm never gonna get good
old
at
and
this
slow.
game.
Yeah.
This is my opinion. What?
I just feel like kids have an advantage overall, like, just in every kind of game. Like, they just are something about their brains. They're just easier for them to learn or something. I don't know what it is, but I'm jealous.
This is just my opinion. But what I think it is okay. When we started out, well, I'm old. I was born in '83. So when we started out, we played Atari. We played, it was a stick and a button, right? A stick and a button. So then what happened? Nintendo, you have 2 buttons now, right? So now Super Nintendo, you have 6 buttons, and then and then more and more. These kids started it out with first-person shooters, controllers. You know what I mean? So their idea of a game is like this. You know what I mean? Our idea of a
Yeah.
game was controllers where we push 2 buttons, you know? So that's what I think it is. Even
Right.
though we've had a lot of time with it, but I mean, I could be wrong because kids learn so fast. Like I think they learn in the womb or something. I don't know what it is. You should be telling
their
me.
brains are just on another level. I just feel like their brains are just wired differently from those of us that were born in like the 70s and 80s. You know, it's just like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, because for me, I like to bridge the gap between old people and young people with technology because I understand most of it, and so I have to explain to them like, yo, this is a streaming device, this is how you use it, and because of that, I'm able to, I don't know, so I get it, but other people, they don't get it as fast, and even kids get it so fast. So I think the kids are just talented, and the technology is permeating. I don't know what I'm saying. I just think the kids learn so fast because it's around them all the time, and they have to.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have way more access to it, even in schools and stuff. I mean, when I was growing up, we didn't even have computers in schools.
Yes.
Now you go to
Yeah,
these schools
sure.
and they've got tablets and computers, and
Yes.
you know, they're using all these different programs, and they even have Minecraft in schools, for goodness sakes. You know, it's just it's so different. So I think they just have this advantage of, you know, being able to be around it versus us. We had to learn it, you know. My childhood did not have a computer. I got a computer, I think, when I was in like 4th grade, you know. So it's just it's completely different. You got to learn something all over again. And these kids, they're given a phone basically as soon as they're born, because that's the first thing you do when your kid starts driving you nuts. Here, take mommy's phone. Play this. You know. So it's just a different world. But I mean, it's crazy to see how much better they can do at things, you know, than we can.
Exactly.
100%.
100. Yeah, 100%. That's what I was trying to say. You said it better, but that's exactly what I meant. They just get. Oh, hey, Star Mating. Is that? Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness, Dre, my son has got to ask you a question. He's not going to leave me alone until he does. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Do you play Java or Bedrock?
He wants to know if you play Java Minecraft or Bedrock Edition Minecraft.
I don't play either one, but I watch the videos on YouTube.
He doesn't play either one.
Oh, so he doesn't play.
No, he doesn't play Minecraft.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'll be right back.
You should just see the joy in his eyes just disappear, Dre. Way to go. He thought he was making a new friend. He was like, I'm going to talk to this man about Minecraft for the next 2 hours. Let's go.
He does have a new friend. I just don't play Minecraft. I don't want to make it sound creepy. I don't have the parents' permission to be friends with this kid. But with the parents' permission, I will be his friend. But I watch the videos online all the time because they trip me out. Like I just trip out on number one, the worlds they create. Like I'm like, wow, that's just amazing. And number two, there's like people who do speed runs or this one that of this world in the clouds, and I was like, there's now there's cities in the clouds. It's nuts.
Yeah, right.
Remember when Second Life barely came out? That's the first time I heard about a VR world where you can actually buy property and make money. And now you have like Roblox and all these other games.
Roblox.
Roblox.
Oh, Roblox. There you go.
Roblox isn't even VR, though, is it?
Robux is the money that you use in Roblox.
See? I was onto something.
She kind of combined the two of them.
These damn
Yeah, that's what it sounded
whippersnappers.
like.
It's sad because Roblox used to, but now it caters exclusively to 2 to 5-year-olds.
Star Mating sounds like she's sour. Were you a Roblox fan?
I used to be.
That's not my life anymore.
Hey, my kids still love it. He's 5 and 13. They both still play Roblox all the time.
My nephew makes good money on that. He makes real money. I don't know how. He says he makes shirts for people.
Oh wow.
Probably skins or something. Who knows?
Yeah. They have like you can use Robux to buy clothing which other people make, and so they have an entire clothing stock market thingy.
See?
In game.
In the game.
Yeah.
There's a whole economy.
In the game.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
Back in the days.
Yeah, I'm doing the wrong thing here.
Back in the days, there used to be this thing called Second Life, and you would be able to buy property in the game, like spaces, and you would actually sell clothes, and that's and you like and people were making a lot of money off that game or social. I don't know what it was because it wasn't really a game.
Okay.
It might still be around. Who knows?
I'm waiting for somebody to do that, but with VR, and then I'll finally be.
Ooh, that sounds very interesting. Like you could build your own house in the game, and then people come visit your house.
Yeah. There's stuff like where you can build things, but it's a lot harder. You know, it's not that you're building it in the game. You're building it 3D and then putting it in the game.
Yeah.
I think the Facebook Horizon thing is something like that. What they're coming up with. I saw like a trailer video thing.
I haven't. I downloaded it, but I haven't checked it out. What's that like?
No. The one they've released is just like the meeting kind of thing, but the actual Horizon, the final, I don't know, the actual app, what they're building is more like building your own houses, that kind of thing, like designing. There's a lot going on. Like you can actual code in the game, like inside, and build games inside, that kind of thing. I don't have the exact knowledge about what it is because they still haven't released it fully, but it is what it is sound like you can build your own houses, design, decorate, so something like that. It'll be fun if that's actually available.
Crash Zone, I thought you were the Facebook representative. That's what they told me when I booked the interview.
What? They did? Who's they?
Hey,
Yeah.
you know, your representative, your publicist, whoever I spoke with. Email.
That's funny. No. I don't do anything like that, but I do like to program because I'm a programmer, so that's why I'm a bit interested in the Horizon thing. But I couldn't get into the beta program or whatever they're testing on. Just so they still haven't released it. So it would be fun if they actually come up with something like that for VR, even though it's tied to Facebook. I know people don't really like, but yeah, that's what it is.
I got the beta invite, but I detest Facebook, so I've never opened the game once, and it's just kind of sitting on my headset. I can't even uninstall it. I don't know what's up.
She's like, it's just Facebook. Once it's on there, it's there. It's just
it's there.
It keeps it's texting me at night. It's calling me. I don't know what to do. But we're coming up on an hour. But I wanted to ask a couple questions, like being ladies in Hyperdash. What in other games are like? What's it like being ladies and playing video games? I just want to get everybody's perspective on that.
I mean, I think I mentioned earlier how I didn't really feel comfortable letting it be known that I was female in other games, but in Hyperdash it was the complete opposite experience. And I think that it's part of, I wouldn't have stayed, I don't think, otherwise, if I was being treated poorly. And we've had some ladies find our server through or be invited to join the Amazon server who expressed kind of the same thing. They were just like, oh, other games, I was bullied or whatever. Or even rarely it has happened too where they join a pub match in Hyperdash, and they get treated poorly, and then we find out about it and we're like, okay, well, you just play with us now for a little while. Or, we just, I think as far as being a lady in Hyperdash, it's always been for the most part, a good experience. I don't know about you girls, what you think, but I've only been treated well for the most part.
Yeah, for me, oh, sorry, you go first, me.
Okay, so I never encountered a bad experience like being a lady or whatever in Hyperdash. And I guess I'm really lucky for that because I have heard some people being treated poorly in other games, not in Hyperdash.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's really fortunate that the majority of us haven't, and that's a really good thing to hear. Go ahead, Maniko.
Okay, so I personally was not really worried about being treated poorly for being a girl when I first joined into Hyperdash because I never really played games where I talked. That was probably one of my first multiplayer VR games. And luckily, when I did go on the game and I was talking, I've really only had maybe 3 or 4 experiences with sexism on Hyperdash. But like in the early alphas, I remember someone was being really like they were being a douche, and then someone that was on their team switched over to help me beat them up, which is when I really decided that I was going to stay in this game, because I don't know, that really made my night when they did that. And other than that, when I started playing more and I got closer to the community, I really only joined people that I have seen in the community. So I've really never had many bad experiences in this game.
That
Yeah,
actually
I had.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no,
I was
I was
just
gonna
gonna
say that's exact
Okay.
same thing because sorry, like the early alphas, there wasn't many players who played during like nighttime for Australia, which is like really late for the US side. So it's all like for me, the people I started playing was mostly Aussies like Rembrandt, Graham, and I started seeing these regular names from the Aussie side. Now, but on the weekends, I would usually play during the daytime. Then I would see all this like regular people from US side that play, and I have seen like Maverick. Whoops, I remember these people from Native, P-Bear, and I was like old alpha players, and they were all like so welcoming. And it was the community that the original players who started and then kept going. So when you see what they do in game, they stop the game to help you out. And then when you get to a point you can help another player, I would do the same. So it's like a handover thing. Like there's no written rule saying, hey, you have to do it, but it's something that I don't know. It builds into the game, even though there's nothing written. It's such a good experience because I've never played other games, and this is my experience. I don't have anything to compare to, so I think Hyperdash has the best community. So yeah, that's my piece. That's it.
Yeah, so for like me, it's been like probably like 90% positive and 10% negative, somewhere right around there. It's just I've had my experiences where people have just been really, I mean, they use some choice words towards some of us ladies sometimes, and they also will say, just some really weird things like, you're not supposed to be playing videos, go back to the kitchen and make me a sandwich. And I'm like, what are you talking about? How is that? It's just weird. But for the most part, when somebody is being really mean or really awful, I have come across rooms where that person's team will literally let me walk by them to go shoot that person in the face repeatedly until they leave. And I will. I absolutely will. Hunt that person down solely until they leave.
Message to all the douches out there:
yeah.
you will get handled even by your own team. Like I ain't shooting.
Yep.
Go ahead.
100%.
Yeah.
It's so funny now that we're talking about that. I am reminded of like a couple of instances where that did happen after the game was released. So when we were still in alpha, I had no issues. But once the game was released in those beginning months, I would encounter those. And it was funny because it was mostly kids. Like you could just tell they were really young, like 10 years old or younger sometimes. That, or maybe teenagers, but that would like call me, the B word or F you. Because by the time the game was released, I'm not going to say I'm an amazing player, but I was pretty good. So these little boys would have such a problem with me, like taking them out. And I remember Crash Zone mentioned Rembrandt. He jumped into a map with me, and his teammates were doing exactly that. They were calling me names and blah, blah, blah. And he just I saw him in the map just kind of doodling around. Like he just stopped playing. And then he was just like, go get him, Native. Like, yeah, I'm not going to help them beat you. And it was just like,
well, and we totally have each other's backs too. Like there has been an instance where I was having a really, really bad week. I was just running into one asshole after the other, and it was like really bugging me. So I took a week off, and I told the ladies, I said, this is why I'm taking a week. I need some time. And as soon as they found out who those people were, they were like, well, we're in game. We're kicking their ass right now. Like they were in game beating on these people because they had made me so upset. So I mean, we have each other's backs. When somebody is being just ridiculous, I think it's important that people step in because it's not appropriate, you know. And I do the same thing for others. If somebody's running around using bad language, even if it's not directly towards me, I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to hunt that person down. I'm going to find them, see what's going on, you know, and I make it a point. I'm like, I'm going to shoot you repeatedly because if you want to be a jerk, I can be a jerk, but I'm just going to do it better without being, you know, without saying anything bad. I can shoot you in the face and be a jerk that way.
I literally stop playing the objective of whatever map we're on and just go hunting that one person. Like for the rest of the game, I will just hunt them. That's it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I let them know. Like I let them know I'm hunting them. I will jump around people and just be like, "Where is so and so? Where is so and so?" And I just hop in and out of people. And you know, they know.
And to Black Widow's credit, I've seen her in some tough matches. We played some was it Coast? We played some Coast matches, and you get in there.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to get over there and mess with people if need be.
That was one of the things that, like, when I joined the game, and particularly when I joined my clan too, shout out to HH, they were really big on that too. They were like, you know, if anybody is harassing or you or whatever, like, let us know and we'll go find them. And we'll stomp that behavior right out.
It used to. What?
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say we used to have an issue because like when I got into it, the alpha, it was you had to be in the Discord to get the game, and it wasn't that issue. But once it came on SideQuest, there was a whole wave of trolls that came in, and it took like a month, I want to say, to stomp them all out. Because at first I was scared that this was just gonna be the future of the game, like this is just something we're gonna do it. But no, after a month, the servers evened out, all the players got good and stopped talking smack, or the trolls left, and it was awesome. Basically,
I feel like launch was the same. It was really toxic for like a month after launch.
Yes. Yep. That's what I was about to say. Launch was basically the same, but you still see a few new people that come across it new. But they usually like that's what happens. Either they get better and they learn to respect the game, or they realize, oh, this is a game I can play around in, and they leave. Because you can still play the game and have fun and not be serious. Because I'm not in a league. I'm not good enough to be in a league. I just like playing the game. I like having fun. So, but you know, even in the pubs, people usually have respect unless they're brand spanking new and they're like, you know, being jerks, like Black Widow said.
Hyperdash is one of the less toxic games I've played.
Yeah,
I've played a lot of games, and I'm pretty impressed by that. Because shooters are normally the most toxic. They can be really rage-inducing, and that brings out the worst in a lot.
Oh yeah.
Name
your top 10 games.
Ew. I don't have 10, Dre. What are you talking about?
I know, like Hyperdash.
Waterway, Canyon, Quarry, Coast.
I mean, I play like what is that? Dash World or something. It's like the Mario Kart type.
How is that
game?
Oh, I heard
How is that? It's so much fun because it really is like Mario Kart. You're like hitting people with pans and like throwing things.
I just picture Black Widow hitting her kid
Mario
like.
Kart, except you're driving, so it's kind of fun.
Amazing. I have to check that out. That sounds like a lot of fun.
That does sound like fun.
I've actually never played Mario Kart, but I've always wanted to.
BX native, it has to leave early. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
I have never been more mad in a game than Mario Kart because I'll be in first place and then I'll get hit by one of those blue shells and then I'll be hitting red shell, right? Blue scroll will catch me and I'll end up in 10th place.
Yeah, that's exactly how this game is. It's just like that, but the graphics are really cool because you get to race on all these different crazy maps and you do the loop-de-loops and stuff, and it is a lot of fun. And so I play that with a couple people that I met from Hyperdash. We'll play some games on the outside like that, and you know, like Demio. We'll go like bowling, virtual reality bowling, and stuff like that.
That's awesome. I love that. Because I mean, honestly, I wouldn't know these people around the world if it wasn't for Hyperdash. Like if it wasn't for, I would still be doing my weird podcast and nobody would be watching them. It's
Okay, so I actually gotta go now. But
okay.
Yeah, I have to.
Bye.
I didn't talk
Bye.
much,
It's good
but
talking to you guys.
I
Bye,
enjoyed
Mia.
listening to the
Bye.
conversation.
Bye, me. Any
Thanks for
shout outs you want to
having
give
me.
out?
Shout out to everyone.
I'm telling you, she's like
She's
the
so
sweetest
nice. She's like
person.
everybody.
She's so
Yeah.
Knows everybody.
sweet, yeah.
I get
Shout
it.
out
I
to
get it.
everyone. I love you all.
Oh, heart bubbles.
All right,
Bye.
thanks for having me. Thank you so much.
I
Bye.
love you too, I guess.
I love you too.
But yeah,
Okay.
we could definitely.
So
We're over an hour. We could definitely. I was gonna ask, what's it like being in Dash League? But I'll tell you what. If any of you guys want to do a solo Dasher series episode, BX Navy, I got you coming up. If any of you others want to do one, we could get together and we could do one with each of you solo wise, or you could bring a friend. I don't want to make it weird, but we could definitely end this right now. Thank you so much to the ladies of Amazon for being here and doing this Dasher series. Let's start with Black Widow. Any last words or shout outs from you?
Oh goodness. Can I just pull a me and be like, shout out to everybody? No.
Your shout outs. Do what you want.
Shout out to my team, Sky, whoop whoop, you guys are awesome. Shout out to some of my besties, Mr. Marvel and Woodfield and Callie. I knew Callie couldn't be here. I'm so sad because I love her so much. I don't know. Shout out to everybody.
Everybody in the world. All right.
Everybody in the world.
Shout outs to your son. Tell him I'm gonna get that interview going on, and he could tell me all about the Minecraft and the different versions and what he's building and all that good
Oh
stuff.
my goodness. He did not want to leave this room. I was like, please go away. He's like, I gotta ask him another question.
He can ask all the questions he wants. Crash Jones, any last words or shout outs from you?
Yeah, like everyone said, awesome community. Shout out to devs for building the game, and it's an awesome game. And shout out to Dre, and shout out to the Acme. I graduated from Acme, and shout out to my new team, Southern Cross, and Sticks, if you wanna call it that way. And shout out to the ladies. And I'm gonna say my sister, well, Axe. I know I call her a name sometimes. I just have to say hi to her. And yeah, shout out to everyone, man. Everyone on Dash League, HH, yeah, all the people I played with, yo, it was awesome.
All right, BX Native, thank you for being here. Any shout outs, last words from you?
Well, I gotta shout out my ladies. They all couldn't be here. So the Amazon Warriors. Shout out to you. Shout out to my clan HH. And shout out to my team Acme. Whoop. Love you guys. And shout out to you, Dre, for doing this. Thank you. And all those dashes out there, come find me. Let's play.
Come find me. It's not like a threat.
Yeah.
Yo, all the dashes up there, come find me. I'll be on the block, holding it down,
Maybe.
posted.
Maybe.
There,
That might have
Hey,
been-
hey, she is BX Native. She is hard.
Yeah.
I'm on the stoop. Catch me slipping. What's up?
I'm out on the block, yo.
All right. Maniacal, thank you for being here. Sorry. Any shots from you?
Maybe to BX because she's the one who actually made the server, and then Twin Archer because she's the one who actually made me join the server, and then to everyone else.
Damn,
Thank you.
that's not like a threat too. She made me join the server, but I liked it. Afterwards. It was scary at first. It sounded like Stockholm syndrome. A little bit, right? Just a little bit. Anyway, Star Matey, any last words? Shout outs from you.
I don't know. Don't ask. I don't think this has ever happened tonight, but don't ask me for a Snapchat. Social media is cancer.
Social media is cancer. I agree completely.
Yes.
I was fully expecting her to just be like, no.
But
No,
hey,
She's like, instead of like,
I
don't
am-
do drugs, kids. It's like, don't do social media, kids.
social media kids.
Star Matey is like, yo, no social media. Find me on the block. What's up? It's a bunch of gangsters in this group. I don't understand. All right, so thank you so much to everybody who tuned in, who subscribed. Thumbs up if you like this video, thumbs down. I'd like to hear everybody's opinion. Shout outs to the board for all the crap that they do and all the shit that they deal with. Shout outs to my clan, HH. Shout outs to my staff. I couldn't do the shows without you. And when I do the shows without you, you see the quality you get. So, it is what it is. So thank you to my staff. Shout outs to Worthen. Wildcat and Ditz. Because of them, we can give away stuff. If you guys are still interested in lanyards, magnets, stickers, I still got some available. Limited quantities available. Hit me up. I get you those free of charge. And one more thing I wanted to mention is the Val Triangle Factory Dash League Hyper Dash contest. You could win it. You could win a Quest 2. If you're listening to my voice, you could win a Quest 2 giveaway. It's a brand new Quest in a box, brand new sealed. I asked them. I made sure it wasn't used because, you know, I was like, you're giving it away free? So these are the ways you can enter. 13 ways. Check it out. Every entrance is a way for you to get your name into a raffle and win a Quest 2. Shout outs to Val, Dash League, and Triangle Factory. I always want to say Hyper Dash, but it's Triangle Factory for doing that for us. That's it. Thank you so much to everybody who's been tuned in. Thank you so much to the ladies. We're going to get the heck out of here. Peace.